We're going to start the technical session of the seminar on waste management and circular economy. We have three presentations to be presented by a resource person. I will invite them to call one by one to be here on the dais, and after that of which we will have the presentation from our respectful resource person, Shri B Chyne, Executive Engineer from Shillong Municipal Board. Second, you kindly come to the dais. And Shri Syiem, Environmental Engineer from Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board. And we also have Shri A Pachang. He is the headman from Moolamylliang from East Chanty Hills. We were very fortunate and we very grateful to these resource person or make themselves available to be with us here in this important day where we have a seminar on waste management and circular economy. So without any further ado, I would like to really call Shri B Chyne, the Executive Engineer of Shillong Municipal Board, to share his thoughts and insights related with the seminar itself. Sir, kindly take that.
Respected Professor K Ghosh, Principal of the College, Dr. Lyngdoh, Vice Principal Dr. Rani, Dr. Karma Plang, my boss, the CEO of Shillong Municipal Board, Sri P.K. Boro, my friend, Sandru Syiem, the Rambashnong of Moolamylliang Village, Pachang, my colleagues from the Shillong Municipal Board who are also present here with us, my other friend from the State Pollution Control Board, respected teachers, and ladies and gentlemen. Very good afternoon to you all. My presentation is very short, and it's made shorter still because most of the basic things about waste management has already been conveyed to you by the esteemed Professor K Ghosh. It is indeed a privilege to be sharing the same audience with Professor Ghosh, whose name has been far and wide renowned. In all the ULBs, probably they have heard of the name. He has visited us once also. I remember with him, my only interaction with him was over phone for about, say, 1.5 minutes. So when you came the first time here, and it's really a privilege to be here, like sharing the same audience with you, saying this thing. So we'll go by the first basic things about waste management. That is a definition of waste. Okay. By the definition of waste, and as the book definition of waste, the dictionary definition of waste, it says it's always comprised of all waste which are discarded, which are not in use anymore. But do we really have such thing as waste? I mean, like, let me hear from all of you here. Do we have any such thing as waste? Do we? Yes? Okay. Because I would say no. Because as Professor Ghosh earlier also said, what we have termed as waste, what we call as waste, can still be reused. We can still recover something out of it. We can still dismantle the whole thing and make something new. Because what's waste to you, what's waste to me, is still useful to somebody else. And so on and so forth. Even a recycler also produces waste. He doesn't recycle everything. You know, like, he'll take only what is needed. The rack pickers at the waste sorters at our waste disposal site at Martin, they'll take whatever they need. What they don't need, like your plastic carry bags, they'll just throw it away. So that is a waste to them also. But that plastic carry bag can still be used by somebody else, by the cement companies. Okay, so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, let us relook at this whole waste generation and disposal system so that we will strive towards a zero waste society. We'll generate nothing to waste. We'll reuse everything, recover everything, and that's called a value recovery. Because when you see it's wasted, like suppose like a cap of this bottle, when it's thrown away, it has zero value to you. But to somebody else, it's what? Probably 1 rupee, 10 paisa, whatever the case may be, it has a monetary value to it. So it's not a waste. And then we always talk about salt waste management. What do you understand by waste management? By the way, before I go further, I would like to tell you that I prefer this to be an interactive session rather than me like keep on blabbering throughout for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, and then you just listening patiently. I'd rather you stop me in the middle of a slide, in the middle of my speech, and then ask questions when you don't understand. You're all students, you should ask questions, no? Okay, I won't mind if you interrupt me in the middle and then ask me questions. If it's a term or maybe a process which you don't understand, go ahead, ask me. So, what do we mean by waste management? Waste management is a process. It's a process by what we do to the waste right from the source of generation to its final disposal. So what are the processes involved in waste management? First of all, we have a collection. I believe you all stay in Shillong. Most of you anyway stay in Shillong for the most part of the year. You have these garbage vehicles coming to your locality. Some of them honk their horns. Some of you may even have people coming right to your door to collect from your doorstep. That is part of the solid waste management process. That's called a collection. And after that, we have transportation. You must see these vehicles going down every day to Martin. You know, there are about 96 vehicles in the entire Shillong city which carry waste every day to Martin. So we have the transportation of waste. There are rules involving transportation, there are rules involving collection. And then we have what we call a value recovery. Value recovery, we may have these kind of things. We have anaerobic digestion, by which we produce gas out of organic waste. And then we have composting. In Shillong we have a compost plant. And then there's also a thing called as incineration, by which we just totally burn the waste, like they do in Singapore. They don't bother to process into anything, we just burn it and produce energy out of it. And they are left only with a handful of ash at the end of the day. So, before we go into the waste management system in Shillong, let me just go through the basic facts, the basic history. You know, Shillong was established in 1876. I believe most of you know that anyway. And then this part of Shillong was upgraded to a municipality in 1910. And the Shillong Municipal Board covers an area of only about 10.36 square kilometers with a population of about only 1.5 lakhs. When you talk about Shillong municipality, it's not the Shillong as you see it. Because when we talk of Shillong, we think of a city all the way from Maublay, from like Korada, almost up to the Umiam Lake. Am I right? Our concept of Shillong city is that. But Shillong is an urban agglomeration consisting of 12 towns, of which Shillong municipality is a part of it. Now, in this presentation, I will be presenting what the municipality is doing, and also like touches here and there about what the other towns of the Shillong urban agglomeration are doing. So this is a map of Shillong. You see the entire map is what we call in the Urban Affairs Department, we call as a Greater Shillong Planning Area. That's what we had planned for the entire city. The yellow part, that's a Shillong municipal area. And we have the blue part, which is the Shillong Cantonment area. And then these townships, like Maulai is a census town, Nong Thamai is one, and we have Upper Shillong is one, Lao Satun is one census town. So these are different towns within the Shillong urban agglomeration. Okay, now we'll come to the subject of waste management. Do you know how much waste we generate in Shillong every day? Can anyone tell me from the audience? You've been at, I hope many of you have attended 1 or 2 awareness programs in your localities. So probably you can still remember from those awareness programs like how much waste we generate every day. You must be aware. Can I get an answer from any one of you? Anyone? You can't, don't be afraid. You will not be too wrong also. You will not be too far off the mark even if you make a guess. Entire Shillong city generates about 190 tons of waste per day. That is, we did a quantification survey in 2014 and came up with a per capita waste generation of 450 grams per capita per day. That means each person in Shillong generates about 450 grams, almost half a kg of waste per day. That's too much waste to be generating away, to be thrown away. And out of this, how much is collected? From the entire Shillong urban agglomeration, we collect only about 162 metric tons of waste. 162 metric tons is collected. And then we have these hotels, these restaurants, these catering centers, which then gives away almost about 24 tons of waste to be recycled at source. They are used as feed for the pig farms. And then we have 2 waste recovery centers, one at Laujandreo and one at Umpling, that is beyond the Shillong municipal area. They are processing the waste in their own locality. Anyone from Umpling here? Can I have a hand? Anyone from Umpling? No one? Oh, there. Not you. Okay. In Umpling, they have a waste recovery center in which the waste which is collected in the locality is processed there only. It doesn't go to Martin anymore. So, about 3.7 tons of waste is processed in situ. I mean, in the place where it is generated. Like, for example, that waste recovery center in Umpling, which I told you about. And then we have other institutions also, like big institutions like hotels and all like that. They process the waste within their own compounds, and about 3.7 tons of waste is processed in there. And 30 tons goes to the compost plant in Martin. 36 tons is again recycled as scraps. I'll show you the pictures later. Listen to these data carefully. And then about 92 tons is just disposed like that in the landfill. It's just thrown like that. You know that Martin only has an area of only about 18 acres, and it has been in use since 1938. Now if you keep throwing almost 100 tons of waste every day in that place, by the next 15 years, the height of Martin will be higher than Lob Shillong. Really. And most importantly, if we add up all this data, we generate 194 tons. 24 tons goes to the pig farms, 3.7 tons in the waste recovery centers, 30 tons in the compost plant in Martin, 36 tons recycle, 91 tons in landfill. We are still left with about 4 tons of waste which is unaccounted for. Where does that waste go? That waste ends up in Engr and Umshirpi. Because you don't give to the collectors, we don't collect, they don't go to the pig farms, they don't go to the landfill. So that means they go into the drains, into the roadsides. And then when the rain comes, they just wash it away into Engr, Umshirpi, and finally into the Omyam Lake. How many of you have been to Araro, to Lintirim? Many of you would have been there. Do you see the amount of waste there? That is your 4 tons of waste every day that goes there. So like I said, because waste, Shillong is an urban agglomeration, so we have for the municipal areas, the Shillong Municipal Board is managing the waste. In the cantonment areas, it's managed by the Shillong Cantonment Board. and in other areas by the traditional institutions, which is the local darbar. Now, before we go further, as Sir also mentioned earlier about the rules. Now, these solid waste management rules are very important. Take time off to go to browse through the internet, download these rules, read it. They're very simple, and most importantly, they have mandates for each and every stakeholder, right from the waste janitor to the state government to the central government. It defines the role and responsibility of each. Now, if you go through these rules, you'll know what you are supposed to do, what the municipality is supposed to do, what your local authority, if you stay outside the Shillong municipal areas, what your local authority like Darbar Shillong and everyone are supposed to do. You'll know what the government is supposed to do, what are its obligations, what are its duties, and then you'll, and so on and so forth. What is the pollution board is supposed to do. Now, I'll just highlight only the role of the waste janitor. There is this rule 4.1, which says that every waste janitor shall segregate and store the waste generated by them in 3 separate streams. 3 separate streams, as Prof also has mentioned earlier. We have your biodegradable waste, you have your non-degradable waste, which can be recycled, and then you have your domestic hazardous waste. You have to separate and store them separately. Any one of you stays in jail like Dom? Lyngdoh, Rasamthia, Mission Compound. I know you people are segregating waste very well. We appreciate you for that. If you're staying in these localities, hats off to you, including normally also. Because I'll come to the segregation of waste at source later, but then like I would congratulate you, you go as per the rules. And another rule, in rule 4 only, sub rule 2, it says no waste janitor shall throw, burn or bury the solid waste generated by him on streets, open public spaces, outside his premises, or in the drain or water bodies. Now, there are 8 other rules under rule 4, which says about a lot of things about what the waste janitor should do. You read it, take time off. It'll take you just about probably 10 minutes to read the entire rules, and it'll take you just about like probably 1 or 2 readings to remember each and every rule of rule 4, which is the role of the waste janitor, the duties and obligations of the waste janitor. Now, you should also be aware that these rules are framed under the Environmental Protection Act 1986, as Sir has mentioned earlier. And a violation of these rules means a violation of the Act. And the Environmental Protection Act of India is very stringent. You know, any violation of the Act or of the rules framed under the Act also can be penalized with an imprisonment or a fine or both. And you know how long the imprisonment is? Up to 1 year you can stay in jail if you break the rules, you break these rules. Now we'll come to what we have here in Shillong. And this is what we have here in Shillong municipality. So when it comes to collection, we have 100% door-to-door collection. By door-to-door, I mean to say our vehicle go to every locality and it stops at designated stops for 5-10 minutes, whatever the case may be. And people come to dispose in the vehicles. That, I appreciate the citizens of Shillong for really cooperating with us on this one. You know, they religiously come out every morning to dump in waste. Although like I would say about 99% of them comes to dump the waste in the vehicles, in the appropriate vehicles. And you must also be aware that between 2015 to 2017, we had distributed those 2 colored bins, yellow and green bins, to each and every household in every locality within the Shillong municipality. We had distributed to about 31,764 households. And then we have 37 collection routes. We have 37 collection routes because if you stay in residential localities, the garbage truck will not come every day. It comes every alternate day. So we have 37 collection routes and they go alternate days in all these routes. For transportation, we have 33 vehicles, all covered as per the rules. And then our average distance that we go to the Martin is 8 kilometers. We also have a garage and workshop facility in Martin. And we'll go about what happened to your waste after we had collected. We have 170 tons per day compost plant at Martin. We have a 15,000 square meters of sanitary landfill, SLF. And then we have just also added a 4 tons per day incinerator for disposal of your diapers and sanitary waste, which is again a domestic hazardous waste. So this is some pictures of the collections that we are doing every morning. I don't know like which localities are these, that we have people like checking whether waste is segregated or not. We have a driver of a vehicle actually checking whether, because that small vehicle is collecting biodegradable waste. So he's looking at in the green bin, he's looking at the green bin like, you know, like whether it's actually segregated or they're just giving it in the green bin. So these are like, we have these primary collection vehicles, small one, which collect from each and every locality. And then we have those big compactors. You know, you can see that the waste, after it's collected from the locality, it's transferred into a compactor because we can't afford to send these small vehicles to Martin every day. So we have to send these bigger vehicles. So it's transferred into a compactor and it's taken away to Martin. Now, after I reach Martin, what happens to the waste? When I reach Martin, all the biodegradable and some mixed waste also, because not all people in Shillong segregate. About 70% of them only segregate at source. So we have this compost plant in Martin which converts biodegradable waste into compost. It was commissioned in 2022. Right now we are processing about 40 tons per day of waste in Martin. And this is what happens to your non-degradable waste. Non-degradable waste, after it reaches Martin, it's again sorted out by the waste pickers who are there in Martin. They are from the informal sector, and which they then sold to recyclers. And then plastics and other organic waste, as you can see the second picture on my right actually, so it will be on your left, that is taken away by the cement plants for co-processing. Sir has mentioned earlier about co-processing of waste by the cement plants. So these are the plastic waste that is generated from the compost plant. We bale them, and we have an MOU with Dalmia Cements, which again takes this waste to the cement plants for burning in the kilns as a supplement to coal. And we have those recyclers like purchasing scrap materials from Martin. And we have about 76 informal waste pickers, people who earn their daily livelihood from Martin. They are not our employees. They just come there to salvage whatever they can get. There's 76 of them. They earn their daily livelihood from there. I think you should, I would request the college authorities to take the students sometimes to Martin, see how the waste is processed there, so that they'll have a better understanding, you know, like of how the, what happens to their waste after they have thrown into the dustbin. Then this was a sanitary landfill when it was built, and then on the left side after it was used, a sanitary landfill. Now I'll tell you about sanitary. What is a sanitary landfill? A sanitary landfill is an engineered landfill. It's not just a landfill. You know, we don't just dig a hole and dump the waste there. We had to construct it. We had to make it as such so that there won't be any harm to the environment. As you can see, that there's a black sheet that you can see there. That's called a geomembrane. It's made of HDPE material. What are its functions? Its functions is that when we dump the waste over there, the water that comes out from the waste, which we call a leachate, that will not seep into the ground and contaminate the groundwater. And even in operational landfill also, what happened? When we dispose the waste over there, we compact it so that we can dispose more waste. We compact it and cover it with soil so that there won't be any harm to the air, to the atmosphere. On the bottom right hand, left, that is yours left, that is a leachate treatment tank. You know that because we had put that sheet over there, that black sheet, that geomembrane, we had put that, so all the water that comes out, we collect it take it to the treatment plant. Take it to the leachate treatment plant, and after it's fully filtered, we get let off that water into the environment. So I won't talk much about street sweeping. You know, like since you live in Shillong, you will see the sweepers early in the morning sweeping the roads. Only I'm telling you that we are collecting the street sweeping separately. And one thing also, you know, we don't just find other people for half-heartedly disposing of the waste. Even our sweepers also, if we find them that they are, you know, throwing their road sweepings into the drain or the river just to get their job done, when we catch them, we find them also. We don't just, like, you know, suspend them like that. We just find them on the spot, as we would to any other waste generator. So we are very strict on open dumping nowadays. I would like to tell you that we collected over 10 lakhs fine just from January to now, because people are so naughty. People are so they dispose their waste into the drains and streams, roadside and all. I have my colleague here with me, who's an assistant manager of waste management. He had fined people up to 35,000 also for disposing waste, and they have to pay because he was so angry with them that dirtying the entire stretch of road. So we fined them up to 35,000. We had also keep CCTVs. Be careful the next time you throw waste into the drain. We had kept CCTVs at certain places. We will not tell you where, but then so be very careful next time you take your bucket. You miss a truck, you miss a garbage truck, and then you take the bucket and throw into the drain. Be very careful. Your face will come up. And you know what happened after that? When we catch that, we display that on our Facebook page. He said, "This is the person that throws waste." So you want to be famous and lose money at the same time. Normally when we become famous, like, you know, we get money. But in our case, we will make you famous also, we'll take your money also. So, as Sir has mentioned earlier, what is the key to effective waste management? It's awareness and education. Now, if you're not aware about waste management, if you're not aware about what is waste, about how to reduce waste, about how you can reuse, how you to segregate and all, then we as a Shillong Municipal Board, neither the Pollution Control Board, nor the government, nor the central government, nor any government in this world would be able to do anything about waste management. We'll still have to continue with the problem. We'll still have to continue with the system of collection. Let our rivers be filled. Let our drains be full of garbage. We will not be able to do anything at all except through awareness generation. Now, I'll tell you, we started an intensive awareness campaign in 2012. Initially, you know, when we go to the local darbars, when we go to schools and colleges, when we try to talk to people, they don't listen. He said, they'll just come, you know, they won't even discuss, they'll just come say, it's your job, you just have to do it. There's this huge mistrust, I would say, a huge mistrust between the public and the government. You know, you think, as a public, you think that, you know, it's your job, it's the government's job to do this. Why bother us? Why should we segregate? Why should we wait for a truck to come? If your truck is late, why should we wait for it? Like that. It took almost about 2 years to convince people to listen to us. It took almost 2 years to convince people to listen to us. And then, you know, at the start when we start this campaign, about 20% of the waste is not collected. It ends up in drains and streams and rivers. And 30% of the households in Shillong municipal area alone doesn't even have proper toilets. They just have a covering on top of the drain or on top of the river. You know, they just let it off into the river. That's why our rivers are so dirty. Even till today also we have not been able to really clean it, although efforts have been made. And about segregation at source, nil, when we started. Then, as I said, slowly, we talk to everyone. The campaign, we want to involve everyone, all the stakeholders. We talk to the Sanjo Kirang Bashnang, we talk to the Lampung Kisanganthai, we even talk to the Domestic Workers Union. Because at the end of the day, these are the people who will be handling the waste. Like that. Now, all of you that are here, you listen to me about segregation, you listen to me about waste management, and then, the moment you come out, you keep it to yourself, you forget it, then my being here doesn't help. We want you as students, to be ambassadors, to go into your family. Are we properly segregating waste? Are we giving the waste to the right vehicle? Sometimes, like in some localities, because of infrastructure constraint, we couldn't send like two vehicles as you can see. We can't send two vehicles, we have to send one vehicle only. So it collects biodegradable waste on certain days, non-degradable waste on certain days. So you have to be aware which is the right waste to be given to which vehicle. So from 2012 till 2018, we conducted almost about more than 2,200 meetings, and we covered almost about 2 lakhs people just to tell them about waste segregation. We also had a 0 litter campaign with schools. We involved 90 schools, we had 174 events, and we have about 37,000 students who were involved at the time. I believe some of you may be in your first year now, so probably in those years you must have been in school. You must still have been in school probably 2017, 18. You may have remembered when we came to your school. And then we conduct these trainings. In every locality we had this training on segregation of waste at source. We call it small groups of people. We make them learn by practice. That's what, like, if you don't practice, even if you don't practice, suppose now you know what are to segregate, what are the ways to segregate, and then when you go home, you don't practice it. You say, blue bin, okay, let's go, without really thinking whether it's biodegradable or non-degradable. Sometimes it comes to you consciously, like in your subconscious, you just throw it, and like that. So you have to learn by practice. You have to ensure every day that the correct waste goes into the correct bin. And we had this demonstration, and then participation, and above all, it's not just you who should know about segregation of waste, that every one of your family must know. Right down to your little brother, to your eldest sister, right down to your domestic help. Most of us, we have people who help us in our domestic household works, and most of the time it is these helps who manage our waste. They're the ones who sweep our rooms, they're the ones who clean our kitchen, they're the ones who dispose the waste to the vehicle. You have to instruct them properly. What are the types of waste to be segregate? So we have even produced these pamphlets. I don't know whether you still have it in your house or not, on what are the biodegradable wastes, what are the non-biodegradable wastes, an exhaustive list of household items which will throw in which bin. And then in the same pamphlet we have also mentioned what are your domestic hazardous waste, which should be stored separately and to be given to the vehicle carrying the non-degradable waste. Then for our public awareness system, we also involve these FM radio stations, the social media. We had road shows with them. As we speak right now, we have a road show in Police Bazaar right now, which is part of this Swachhta Hi Seva campaign. How many of you are aware that there's a fortnight-long campaign by the state government called Swachhta Hi Seva, by the central government rather, as part of Swachh Bharat mission? Are you aware of that? No. Okay. Then we had these cleaning campaigns, we had these march, we had also involved a few schools in the process. So, and on Sunday, that is the 1st of October, Now there's a color tune going around, you know, like Shramdan, 1 ghanta, 1 tarik, 10 baje, 1 ghanta, like you'll have to clean on the 1st of October at 10 o'clock, you do the cleaning for 1 hour. You clean on your own as part of the Swachhta Hi Seva. You know, like cleanliness is a service. So as part of that, you're supposed to clean. We're organizing a mega cleaning drive. If anybody of you are willing to join us, we'll be more than happy. You can just come as a volunteer. We'll have a mega cleaning drive around Kandailat area. Even on 2nd of October also we're having this cleaning drive. You know, like if we work together, if we oh yeah, that's the last one. If we work together, if we participate in this waste management system, then, you know, like we can achieve that, we can turn. You know where's that place? Near St. Peter's. Near St. Peter's School, St. Peter's College, the bridge going to Cliff Colony. You've seen that? That is a drain there in 2012. And then we have taken Cliff Colony as a pilot locality for segregation of waste at source for an effective waste management. We got all the people to segregate at source, store the waste, give it to the municipal vehicle, and do not throw it anymore in drains and stream. So within 2 years, we achieved that. Although you can still see 1 or 2 chips packet over there in the other picture, but yet we can do that with all the other drains and streams of the city. We can clean up our city. And in the last 2-3 years, you know how we are ranked in that Swachh Survekshan? Professor S. K. Ghosh earlier mentioned about Swachh Survekshan, in which they have ranked cities in India. You must have read in the papers in what rank Shillong is. Anyone? We are 10 from the bottom. They think that Shillong is very dirty. And you know what is the main reason why we are ranked so much low? It's not because it's not clean. It's not because it's not clean. It's because citizens are not participating in that survey. It's called Swachh Survekshan. It's a cleanliness survey of all the cities. And citizens are not participating in that survey. They don't even bother. You know, we had given our advertisements asking citizens, requesting citizens to participate so that our city will be ranked at least a little higher. Be ranked in the appropriate rank, rather. No, we shouldn't be ranked low. We are clean. We know that. But we are not. We are ranked so low because nobody participates. There are only about, in the entire city, we require only about 3,000 people to log into the Swachh Survekshan app, you know, and rate the city. You have to rate your own city. Just like you had this Indian Idol or those reality shows which you vote and all. It's the same thing like that only. Only for Swachh Survekshan, you'll just have to go through an app. There are about 10 questions. You just have to tick yes or no, and that's it. And in the entire Shillong, from the entire Shillong area, in the last Swachh Survekshan, there were only about 300 feedbacks out of 4 lakhs people. Only 300. Who are those 300 people? Municipal workers. So that's why. If we don't bother about our own city, if we are not proud of our own city, then what's there to be proud of? Let's be proud of the city. The next time, this year, Swachh Survekshan is over, I know we'll again be ranked very low. Again, probably, if we go up, maybe 15 from the bottom, if not 10, 15 from the bottom. But anyway, next year, we should go much, much, much higher, because out of all of you here, 300, multiply that into 10, which includes your family members and all, we'll get around 3,000 ranking, 3,000 feedbacks. And that will be a good sign. So the thing that you listen so patiently to me also is a good sign. I hope we have a future. And in 2-3 years time, we can change the city. You know, we can change the way the waste is being managed in the city. We can do it together. We can. Thank you very much. So, I don't know why nobody interrupts me in the middle of the presentation. Whether I'm very clear, whether it's too much clarity, or whether like nobody wants to ask question, nobody like, you know. So anyway, like anyone amongst you who wants to say something, no, it's not just about question. Even like suggestions, if you have any. Or what should we do in the next 2 years? Like I said, let's give ourselves 1 or 2 years to change the face of the city. What suggestions do you have? What action? I have my colleagues here who's looking after the 3 processes of waste management. Ba Andrew Umdor, stand up, let them see you. Ba Andrew Umdor, he's looking after transportation. Ba Maskel Lyngdoh, yeah, Maskel. He's looking after the collection and the operations in the city, road sweeping, collection, all that, and revealing Pasi. He's looking after the processing and disposal at Martin. So if you have any question, I have backup also to answer you. If you have any suggestions, I have people also who will take note of that. So, yes, sir.
I just want to ask, what is this problem of, you see, from this private latrine, they simply dispose it to either Nongra or Mississippi River. Whether that problem has been solved, that is one question. Another one is what the municipality, what step municipality has done with respect to these people having garage. A lot of liquid waste and maybe oil and all those things also are being released from their places of work. And then another one also, what municipality is doing regarding this waste disposal from hospitals in Shillong. And another one, which is, I think I am in Upper Shillong, urban agglomeration, this problem of dumping on the roadside, whether that is there or not there, is under control. These are the few questions, sir. Thank you.
So, 3 things first. Like, firstly, with your discharge of sewage, you know, the liquid waste, sewage from the latrines, from the toilets into the rivers and stream, it's still going on, very much going on. We're still finding people. We find them 25,000 on the spot, and if they don't rectify the defects within a given period of time, we book them under the Employment and Manual Scavengers Act. That's a very stringent act, another very stringent act. It has a fine of 50,000 and a prison term of 5 years. So, and as I mentioned earlier that we had collected about 10 lakhs fine, most of it comes from this. So, a lot of people comply, and also like with our colleagues from the Pollution Control Board, we are involved in a team for the survey of the entire city on how to deal with this problem. This has been mandated by the government. In fact, now as we speak also, we just had a meeting postponed to tomorrow. We were supposed to have a meeting at 12 on this very issue. And since my friend Syiem is also involved in that meeting, I also, sir also, we are all here. So we requested that the meeting be postponed tomorrow. But anyway, this problem is we are aware of it. It's being dealt with. And as I said, like, we are giving ourselves like 2 years maximum to entirely solve this problem. You are also aware that we don't have a sewerage system. We have a septic tank system, sir. Every household in the city has its own septic tank. It's supposed to have its own septic tank. There are violators on this also. But septic tank is not the solution, because one day it gets full, the septic tank needs to be desludged, and we need to treat that also as well. We can't just, what we did in the past was, you know, our vehicle, our suction vehicle, just suck out that and just dump it in a trench in Martin, in the disposal site. That's not a safe way to dispose your septage, sewage from the septic tank. That is only partially treated. So we had constructed fecal sludge and septic treatment plant, one of 115 KLD at Martin, another one about 350 KLD, which we construct in near our office. So once we commission the second plant, that means at least the septage will not be disposed of into the environment. But regarding this, there are places, Shillong is the terrain of our state as a whole makes that some areas are not accessible by our cesspool cleaners. We just had a survey of that also in the past few days. And for this, we are exploring at a decentralized sewage treatment plant, sewage system. Take a cluster of areas, take them into a small STPs, because our biggest constraint again here is land. If we're going to set up a central STP for the entire city, first of all, we need a very big land. Another thing is that we'll have to lay sewer networks in an already built up area. You'll have your sewer pipes going through somebody else's compound, and I'm sure they will not allow it. And then we'll have to, and the roads are very narrow. If you're going to lay sewer networks, like the main trunks, we'll have to dig the entire road, and that again, big inconvenience to the city. So we thought like, this will not work, at least for Shillong. Maybe for any Shillong it may work, but not for Shillong. So we are exploring the idea of decentralized sewage treatment plant. This disposal on the roadside, that also we are, working hard on that. It's difficult because people come out late at night to dispose their waste on the roadside. However, I'll tell you, we have a data for that. Out of 108 dumping spots within the municipal area, we had reduced that to 7. That is, how did we do that? Through constant monitoring. Our people, they stayed up till very late at night, they wait. Till about 2 o'clock in the morning, they sat there. They stand there to wait on someone who comes to dump their waste. And then they go home, come back early in the morning by 4 o'clock, go home only to rest 2 hours, come back again at 4 o'clock to wait again. And that's how we had managed to reduce from 108 dumping spots to only around 7. Now these 7s are in commercial areas, so it's very difficult. Then we had kept CCTVs. There are even funny incidents also involving the CCTVs. People who are aware that there's a CCTV in that dumping spot, you know how they come to dispose their waste, sir? They walk backwards so that you will not see their face. They get down from the vehicle, walk backward towards the dumping spot, and then put the garbage and go back. Up to that extent people will do. But after constant vigil in that spot, that is near Supercare Hospital, the old Supercare Hospital. After constant vigil in that spot, then that dump had gone away now. And what was your second point, sir? Garage, yes. Garage and workshop also, yes. At least within municipal area, we issue them the business license. So we don't give them a license until or unless they have a consent to establish and to operate from the State Pollution Control Board, because they are the regulators in that area. So until or unless they've got the consent to establish, consent to operate from the Pollution Control Board, we don't issue them a license.
It's really a very informative information shared by the Municipal Board Executive Engineer. I'm very happy. I visited this facility, which they have now working, was under construction when I visited in 2018, and it was good. And today I'm planning to go once again, so I can see the change, what is happening. You know that you are generating around 180 to 190 metric ton of waste per day. In respect to Kolkata, just think of it. Kolkata is generating around 5,000 tons of waste per day. So 180 ton is not a very big waste dump. You know, out of this 180 tons, if I am wrong, please correct, around 100 to 110 tons are wet waste, biodegradable. Is that right?
Yes, about
Yeah.
90.
And 90. And rest is dry waste. So what are the possibilities? the dry waste must go to MRF, Material Recovery Facility, what I was referring to, recycling process and generating business. So out of this 70 to 80 tons of dry waste, recyclable waste, at least 50 to 55 tons of waste are usable for recycling. This can create business. The rest 100 or 100 tons, 100 or 110 tons, that wet waste, it can go to compost, it can go to generation of biogas. And this biogas, like say if we talk about Indore, they have a number of biogas plant of 5 tons, 10 tons, 20 tons. What they are doing? They are taking those gas, filling the cylinder and putting it into the government buses. So those buses run out of this gas, using that gas, CNG or whatever is that. So what is the result? Wet waste generating business, dry waste generating business. And the waste pickers, they have been also converted into from informal sector to formal sector. They are getting salary, they are getting the support for their children's education, they are getting the support of the health card and all these things, PF, etc., medical benefit. And this makes the city cleaner. And that's the cleanest city. And Meghalaya, there is every potential for, I don't know whether you have set up the MRF or biogas plant or compost plant. So there is huge potential for Meghalaya, at least in Shillong, to reduce the waste burden on the dumping yard. I have seen, it's a very big place and the dumping is done below, no? It is also scientific landfill site. So in that way, this is one potential area. If the government has not thought of, it should be thought of now, and this is the way it has to be implemented. Then it will help the people, it will help the government, it will help the environment. The rest part, the inert part, out of this 180, maybe 15 to 20 tons will be the inert. That may go to the landfill site, or a part of it, utilizing the pre-processing, we can make RDF, refuse derived fuel. And I was just discussing with the executive engineer and him that a part of it is going to the cement plant. So these are all potential area where we can utilize the waste and we can reduce the burden on the waste dumping yard. And that can continue. The last point what I like to mention here, because you know we have to create and generate the awareness among the households. There are many house garden in different households. So ask them to have the smaller compost pot at the house level. Let them utilize their wet waste into that compost pot. So that should not go to the municipal transport. And this may also generate a potential area of not taking chemical fertilizers for their plants, and they can grow vegetables and flowers with this organic waste. So these are all very easy thing. Only we have to change the mindset. If you change the mindset, we can do a lot of work utilizing this waste. So my question is only, okay, I'll go there in the afternoon, that we want to see that whether you have set up the MRF plant for the recycling, whether you have set up the biogas plant, whether you have set up the compost plant. So these are the 3 issues which I'll be interested to see in the municipal board. Thank you.
There, Martin, there at the disposal site, we have a compost plant, huh? So the recovery facility actually that is being done by the recyclers there only. It's not, there's no such a build up thing for them. It's just like we have these waste sorters, so again sort the recyclable waste there into different categories and sell them off to recyclers which comes from Guwahati, because we don't have a recycling plant in the city. Now about waste, material recovery facilities, we had set up 2 pilot material recovery facilities that is outside the municipal areas. We got some funds on the Swachh Bharat because we couldn't get land within municipal area. We required at least a small plot of land. Yeah. So we set it up out there. Like and then we hand over to the locality to run it by themselves, to operate it by themselves. And Upling, they have already started. It's doing well. And even yesterday also we had taken a few school students to that facility. Like that, sir. Okay, sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, B Chyne. And let me just, in brief, share what's half.
So this liquid waste or the sewage waste, if there is a treatment plan, I have seen in other countries, like the treated liquid or the water, they release in the form of a lake or bay, and this is just like they create like a creative park where lots of species they thrive there, and even lots of birds and other animals thrive. So is it possible from your department, sir, in the future to come up like that so that people can use that like as a park for visiting and spending their time there, lots of greens?
That's what Kong, like Dr. Kharu. That's what I had answered to Sir's question also earlier. What that the government is planning to have to treat all the wastewater. That's why we were together in that committee to identify where we can have these decentralized sewerage systems. You know, where all the wastewater will not be let off into the drains and to the streams, which is meant to carry only your storm water. So we will collect all the wastewater, including your kitchen wastewater, not just your sewage, including kitchen wastewater, to be treated before we let that off into the environment. Or we can even recycle that also. You know, it can be taken back and it can be recycled.
I think we should go to the next resource person. But before that, I think the Shillong Municipal Board, we have all listen and see that they have done an enormous job to really get all the data collected, the amount of waste that we generate in the city, the initiative taken by them to collect, transport and disposal as well as process of waste, and also about the responses, how do they tackle this problem that we face in the city, and through awareness, through education, through consultation and training that they have been doing and keep on doing, and come up with new initiative, new ways and means to help reduce waste and reuse it. Once again, on behalf of the college, we would like to congratulate you, sir, and the team, and the Shillong Municipal Board for taking this initiative. And for us, students who are here, and each and every one of us, we are all responsible for making a city clean. I think this is an initiative that each and every one of us should have in us, that we also have our own responsibility in trying to manage waste. So next we have next resource person, Sir Syiem. He's an environmental engineer. He's from Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board. So kindly take the dais and share with us insight on this.
Thank you, Ba, for the introduction, and I take this opportunity to give my regards to each and every one of you, and especially for Synod College for inviting Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board to be part of this very important program, which is a very concerning area of problem which we are facing on a daily basis, this waste management, especially for Shillong City. So congrats to a big thank you to Synod College for organizing this important program, and I'm also honored to be a part of this program along with Professor Ghosh, let me tell you that our old chairman, Mr. C.P. Marak, he's a very good friend of our old chairman, and many programs have been attended by our office with Mr. Ghosh. One, I think the last was held in Calcutta, in Jadavpur University, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, and a lot was gained from that training, and I also appreciate the efforts and the work done by Shillong Municipal Board. As you have heard, that they are at certain places up to 2 a.m. in the morning to check for defaulters. And who are the defaulters? We are all the defaulters. Who are to blame? We are to blame. Me and you are to blame for the problem of waste management in Shillong city. Because we don't take waste management as a serious problem. We take it lightly and we just throw it wherever we want. This is not my waste. Shillong Municipal Board will collect the waste, or the Dorbar Shnong will collect the waste, or the cantonment will collect the waste. So this is a problem that we are facing, and we are sitting here for it today discussing. And okay, so under the EP Act, Environment Protection Act, these various rules was framed. The solid waste management rules, biomedical waste, plastic waste, e-waste, construction waste, batteries waste. So these are the various waste rules that is being framed by the Government of India. And under these rules, as you have heard B Chyne says, we have the duties of waste generators defined in each of these rules. What a waste generator should do, what a waste generator should not do. But we are not following that what we should do. We are always doing is, we are illegally breaking the rules. We are all defaulters to each and every of the rules, especially the solid waste management rules and the plastic waste management rules. In Shillong, solid waste management rules, it's being implemented, and we are trying our best from the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board, Urban Affairs Department, the Shillong Municipal Board, in collecting and proper disposal of the waste collected here. Biomedical waste, I can say that it is almost regularized. Proper collection of biomedical waste is done now for Meghalaya. All the establishments that do generate biomedical waste, especially the hospitals, they have a proper waste management cell, where all the waste that is being generated, it is properly collected into different color-coded bins and disposed to Shillong Municipal Board, and the recyclable waste are sent to recyclers in Guwahati. So the biomedical waste was a challenge once upon a time for all of us, the various agencies involved, but now I can say that biomedical waste is somewhat streamlined, and it is generating a lot of employment among the youths here in Meghalaya. And plastic waste management, now with the amendment rules of 2022, whereby plastics of less than 120 microns are not allowed anymore, and single-use plastics are completely banned. And I can say this, that from the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board, Shillong Municipal Board, District Council and the Deputy Commissioner's Office, we are conducting regular raids on all establishments who are using plastics of less than 120 microns, and establishments still using single-use plastics, especially like in restaurants. They still give these plastic spoons, that is not allowed. They still give in these plastic packaging, that was also still not allowed anymore. So from the central government, it is trying its best to reduce the plastic waste generation right now in all over the country. And from Meghalaya also, various raids are happening right now in Nongstein, in Ribhoi area, in Shillong, in Tura, in Joy. Various markets have been raids have been conducted for the illegal use of plastics. E-waste management, right now it's a very new thing, and we are all using electronic phones. Smartphones is one where a lot of e-waste is generated. We use a smartphone for 1 year or 2 years. After that, what we do is just throw it away. If it's spoiled, we just give it to we just dump it like that. But I'll tell you, since sir was telling that a lot of business can be looked into from all these ways, And electronic waste is one of the business that we can look into for generation of employment among ourselves. Let us not wait for the government to create jobs for us. We create our own jobs. We take this opportunity. See, I'll tell you, for e-waste, there are recyclers in India that do recycle a lot of electronic waste. And now they are looking, you can partner with a lot of these recyclers all over India for collection of the electronic waste generated here. Last year, 22-23, the amount of electronic waste generated, collected, I'll say, was about 60 tons. So that is a lot of money. And you can charge money also for selling the electronic waste to authorized recyclers and dismantlers. Let me tell you of a case study in Bangalore. Prior to these rules, when these rules was brought into, when it was enacted, the electronic waste was a big problem in Bangalore. What they did was, they took the kabaddi wallas, the rag pickers, the illegal dismantlers, they regularized them. And that the people from the government who did this survey, they found that a lot of money is being collected by these. So what they did was, they regularized these people. And in turn, they made these people earn more money. So e-waste you can take is waste to wealth. Whatever we are using electronic items that has an end of life, say 1 year. Some of the phones that we use 6 months, and some of us we use phones for 6 months. A new model comes, we like that, we dispose of, then we get another one. So the potential of what Professor Ghosh said was explore the business of these ways. So you can make yourself a businessman from these waste generated every day on a daily basis. Construction and demolition rules also is a very new thing. We can see a lot of people in Shillong building new houses. They're destroying their old house and building a lot of concrete houses. So these ways also, these construction and demolition ways also, it's now becoming a problem. Of late, we can see some people have been dumping their construction and demolition waste along the Shillong, Umnyam, Barapani road. Because some people, what they do, when they dismantle their own house, they just give it to the pickup trucks. Go and throw. Anywhere you want, you find a place, just throw. So that also is becoming a problem. And we did find a lot of construction and demolition waste along this Wakhen river. People, they don't even care for the rivers anymore here in Shillong. And let me say that we have 3 rivers flowing in Shillong: Umkhra, Umshirpi and Wakhen. And sad to say, Umkhra, Umshirpi is one of the most polluted rivers in the country, listed as one of the most polluted rivers in the country. And there is a court case for that, and the government is a party to it, and we are trying our best to bring back the old glory of Umkhra, Umshirpi, for which our grandparents used to remember that they take bath there, they wash their clothes there. And Umkhra, Umshirpi right now, if you see the smell that is coming out of it, the amount of garbage that piles up out there, the amount of solid waste, the amount of plastics, just imagine, who are the culprits? We are the culprits. And happy to say also that the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council also, they have enacted their own act towards solid waste management. And now under this act, it also spells out the role of us, our waste generator, the Rongbashnong, the headmans, the chief, and everyone that is responsible for waste management in areas falling under the district council. And they have also empowered the Rongbashnong now to find people who are caught littering, who are caught disposing garbage in the wrong side or in rivers or streams. Rongbashnong also has been empowered. So this is one that has been long pending for the district council to have their own powers for waste management now in areas falling under their jurisdiction. And similarly, I was part in a meeting whereby Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council and Garo Hills Autonomous District Council were requested to follow the same process done by KHADC to enact their own waste management rules for their own respective jurisdiction. This is the act passed by the governor. It's called the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Solid Waste Management Rules. B Chyne has already highlighted the amount of waste generated in the city, so I'll just skip this. So this is the present scenario of waste management in the city. The first picture is of Happy Valley at Wakhan. People just come and bring their waste, dump it into the rivers. Look at Nongstein Synod border. This was in the month of January. Look, this is Lyngdoh Rai Mohan drain. This was in the month of April. So this is, we are responsible for this. We throw one small packet of chips, one small piece of paper, or anything on the roadside. Where does it go to? It all goes to our rivers. So it's very sad. Our house is clean, but in the end, our rivers are being affected. So this is indiscriminate dumping of water in drains. And look at the last picture, Umnyam catchment area. These are pictures I got from Shillong Municipal Board. And what's happening to our Umnyam Lake? Waste, tons of waste are being accumulated in Umnyam Lake. And this is a survey done in the month of April, that these are the localities affected by indiscriminate garbage dumping. I know that many of you, your localities falls under that red, where the color red is there. Many of you reside in these localities. The one on the right hand side of the screen, at Pokse, Nongshiliang, Jiao, Nongra, Risa Colony, Cliff Colony, Lomio Blood, they have average good rating. This was a survey done by our office, and I hope that this locality on the left marked red should change. And I request that any of you that reside in these localities make it, take it with a heavy heart that my locality should not be there. It should be rated as a clean locality. So take this very seriously, that some of you, your localities might be affected by indiscriminate garbage dumping by the residents of the locality. So the problem is that what we have right now, not the problem, right now we have multiple authorities operating within the Shillong city. We have the Shillong Municipal Board, the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council, Shillong Cantonment. This is an area, the area where it marked the in between blue, that is the area of the Shillong Municipal Board. So after what happened was in Pokse, that when we found that this indiscriminate dumping, the Pollution Control Board and the Shillong Municipal Board and Pokse at Dorbashnong, we took the initiative of cleaning this place. Tons of garbage we found from this place. It's so sad. It is so sad that what we are doing to our very own rivers and our very own drains, our very own streams. We stay in that place every day. And this is the result of our fault only, when we just throw one little bit of piece of paper on the road. It blocks everything. And we did a lot of community involvement. This was one of the cleaning drive done by our office, where, as you can see on top of that, this is Urkalyar. This is the place where maximum garbage accumulation happens in Urkalyar. Maximum. And you can see a lot of garbage like plastics, even blankets also, people, they throw it into their drains. Blankets. Whatever waste that comes out of their house, that of no use anymore, you can find it out here. People, there's just dump. And we had a truckload. The day we did a cleaning, it was one truck was full, just by the garbage accumulation of there. So I hope that we can involve a lot. Community involvement should happen, from turning our rivers to the down part where it's clean. We should not allow garbage to go and accumulate into our rivers. This is a waste recovery center at Umpling, which B Chyne also was mentioning. So this was an initiative taken by the Shillong Municipal Board and the Umpling, residents of Umpling, whereby the waste that is collected is brought here for, it's like a decentralized waste management system, whereby people from here also, they collect and sell whatever it's recyclable. And the rest that is not recyclable anymore, it's sent to Shillong Municipal. Thereby, by doing this, we are reducing the burden of dumping in Marten. So whatever can be recycled, it is recycled here. This is a waste recovery center at Upmong, and I think one more is coming in Nongstein. One more, it's planned for Nongstein. And on the left side is indiscriminate. This is an old picture which I got from Shillong Municipal Board. As you can see, that is rampant dumping. So what we can do now is we should do a proper disposal of waste. We should collect in the bins that is given, recyclable, non-recyclable, give it to the garbage truck. If the garbage truck, sometimes they do have their own breakdown, or it cannot come for that particular day, let us wait for a few days before we dispose our waste to the disposal truck. Some people, the garbage truck does not come today. What they do is, I cannot wait anymore, I'll go and throw it somewhere else. So we are responsible for everything. So as you can see here, various preventive measures also are taken by us. You know, animals are kept in zoos. Why? A cage is provided for them. So right now we are providing a cage for us. We are the animals. See? A barrier, a chain link is provided for people not to throw their waste into the rivers. What happened is, many instances, people, they come and drive the vehicle fast, especially in Demtring area. This is in Upmong. This is the other picture is in Normansong. They just come, throw it from the vehicle and run away. That is what happened on a daily basis. So this is what we have done. So, and you can see many areas in this Lyngdoh, this Waamkhra road from Lyngdoh. You can see that's all chain link. So now we are preventing people by giving such measures. So let us not compare ourselves to animals. We are human beings, and we are keeping cages for ourselves. You can see one like this also in Nongrim Hills. In PB Umsoson area also you can see one. So these are the preventive measures taken by our office to prevent illegal and indiscriminate dumping of garbage into our rivers. And the critical gaps that we found was during our survey, we did a lot of survey for this. We found that a lot of untreated sewage flows into our rivers. We are right now conducting a survey for the whole of Shillong, areas not falling under Shillong Municipal Board. We are conducting a house-to-house inspection. Houses having septic tank and houses having not having septic tanks. And let me tell you, out of 1,000 houses that we have surveyed, 67 houses were found to be illegally discharging their septic tank, or not having a septic tank, or having a leaking septic tank. So these people have been directed to comply. So 6% is the figure that we found during our survey for areas falling under Nongthamai, Nongshiliang, Pokte, Lumyablot, Rinja, RR Colony, Lumsopo, Lumpanga. These are the areas that we are conducting, and right now we are coming down. We are trying to cover for the whole of Shillong to find people who are illegally discharging their sewage into the drains or into rivers. And let me tell you, take this very seriously. If you have your own houses, if you know that your septic tank is leaking, get it repaired, because we are coming. And if your house does not have a septic tank, make one. We are coming, and if we do catch somebody having not a proper septic tank, you will be fined heavily, and if you not comply with the direction given, your name will be forwarded to a court of law. And the second thing also, which the Shillong Municipal Board is having a great difficulty with certain areas of Shillong, is non-segregation of waste at source. This is also a big problem, because at the end of the day, when the unsegregated waste goes to Martin, it becomes a problem also for them. and then unregulated dumping and littering, which I've been talking about it, and lack of an enforcement mechanism is why I'm saying this is the government is trying its best for waste management, for pollution control here in the city, but due to various fund constraints of the government, the manpower, we lack in manpower. So we need the help and the support of the public, especially you young boys and girls out here. We need the support, because you can be leaders one day. You can be examples of somebody for waste management and cleanliness in your locality and the city and the state of Meghalaya. And like what Ba was saying, that for sewerage treatment plants, there is a committee right now which is being overlooked, and it's an initiative taken by the Chief Secretary personally himself. It's called the Apex Committee, and whereby we are in that committee, various members are involved. Shillong Municipal Board, Pollution Control Board, Urban Affairs, Forests, and various NGOs also involved for trying to solve the water quality of Engr and Shirpi. So a team has been set up under various stretches of Engr and Shirpi. This is called, 7 teams have been divided, and it's been looked under various magistrates, whereby we are exploring, we are conducting inspections of various localities. We are exploring feasibility of setting up sewerage treatment plant. But the problem is, we are not getting any land. Because as you know, in Shillong, most lands belongs to the people and not to the government. So we are trying to set up a decentralized sewerage treatment plant, and for commercial establishments like the hospitals, I'll tell you that they have their own treatment plants. Many of the hospitals, restaurants, hotels, they do have their own treatment plants. The only problem that our own houses, we do not have a sewerage network. So whatever grey water is the waste that it comes out from our kitchen and our bathroom, that goes directly into Engr, Shirpi, because of a lack of a treatment plant. And general awareness, whatever the general awareness that is being done, it seems, for my personal experience, I find that the awareness that I might give today, now that I'm talking here, only 1% might actually reach your heart. Only 1%. The rest, chalo, no, it's okay. The program is finished. Let me go home happily. I'll buy something. Whatever I buy, I'll dispose again in the street. So that is the thing that from personal experience, that I am speaking. And speaking of circular economy also, and I'll just give you a few examples of the waste that can be reused back. So I was saying about circular economy and how we can reduce the dependency of raw materials by using waste again for producing other materials. So this is one. This was all pictures I've taken from Sept when I was and undergone a training with them. So as you see, from plastic, it can be made into plastic footwear or box strapping, and from milk pouches, it can be made into raincoat films, and battery cases can be made into luggages. And see, plastic carry bags also can be made into various mats. It can be reused and again. And I'll tell you this about the waste oil right now in Shillong that is generated especially from automobile garages. Previously we had a very big problem because all the automobile garages in Shillong, when they drain out the mobile of a car, what they do is they rampantly dispose of into the nearby drain or in their own land. That actually is very bad. It's the mobile that it's being drained from your vehicle, it's categorized as a hazardous waste. Okay, but right now, for many years now, now the oil that it's generated from vehicles, there is a recycler buying from Guwahati, and there are people fighting for prices for it. So right now, the management of the used oil that is generated mainly from automobile, it is almost 80% solved, because the oil is collected back and people are buying it. So there is value to the waste that comes out from your vehicle, and that oil is recycled back. So right now there is an initiative that we are planning. I had a talk with a few people that the oil that is generated from these restaurants, that also can be recycled back, because a lot of that black oil which cannot be used anymore, that also has recycled value to it. So that also that we are trying to solve that, so that these restaurants don't dispose the oil into the stream or rivers or drains. So look at this. That is there. We have a cleanest village, Asia's cleanest village, Moolamylliang, whom every day many tourists, thousands of tourists goes to Moolamylliang. We have Engr, many say is one of the cleanest river. We can clearly see the bottom of the river. Let us make Shillong the cleanest capital and cleanest state. Take this as a challenge. To yourself, take this as a challenge that, okay, I have two places which are very clean, Moolamylliang, Engr, where thousands of tourists comes in the winter to go and see Engr river, just to get that picture where you can see the bottom of the river. Take this as a challenge to make your own state a clean capital, your own state to a clean state. And I urge each and every one of you that such kind of sessions that we having, take it seriously, so that, because this topic of waste management, it's becoming a problem actually. It is that one day during our children's generation, they will face the problem. Right now we are facing the problem. Think about the more problems that they will face one day. You are the future, all of you sitting here. You will be leaders one day. So start now for protecting our environment, protecting our Shillong city, and for our state. And once again, I thank you to every one of you for listening. And do anybody of you have a question or a suggestion, or you like to say anything?
Very good afternoon, sir. So actually, sir, there is a question based on the years back, there was actually an incident where actually an educational institution in Moolamylliang site, it's actually a central education, that is the JNV. Actually, for many years, it has been dumping its waste into the dam that is behind the school. And so actually that dam is actually one of the greatest supply drinking water in the city. So actually, sir, it has actually set a very bad example to the other institutions out there. So actually, sir, has the institution actually taken any action towards this, or have actually the board, like the central board or maybe the state board, actually taken actions towards this?
JNV, okay, it was in the limelight many years ago for directly dumping of their sewage into Moolamylliang, the river over there, Omnyam River. Directions has been served to them, and right now I can say that they have a functional sewage treatment plant right now. There's no more dumping of sewage into Omnyam River, and they do have now a functional sewage treatment plant. Many inspections have been conducted by our office for this matter. It became a very problem. So various inspection was conducted, and right now I can say that they do have a sewage treatment plant.
So I was only interested that from Meghalaya there be some entrepreneur and businessman or woman utilizing waste. So you know that initiating business for the youngsters, if they go to bank, they will ask for the security deposit, maybe for getting 50 lakhs or 25 lakhs, they will ask for 20 lakhs or 25 lakhs of security deposit, which they may not have. So in that way, there are a number of projects for the government of India and also for the state government that where the security deposit is not necessary. And if there is a backup from the municipal board and also the pollution control board, that will help them in getting the fund from the loan from the bank for the youngsters. So I like to know something about what are the ways and means by which either pollution control board or municipal board or MSME directorate, they can help them. Because if we can bring those things in front of them, then they may be interested also, because that is the most important part where most of the youngsters get back and come back, oh, it's not possible for me to get the fund and other things. So that I want to know.
So as of now, we do not have any of such that policy whereby we like stand as a we recognize anybody for establishment of their business. But what we can do is, anybody interested in starting such of a business like a waste collection agency or a recycling facility, you can always come to us for inputs and suggestions on how to go about it, and we'll try to help you find industries who take such kinds of waste, so that it becomes easy for you when you rather than you going by yourself to such a facility outside the state of Meghalaya, we can help you find their contact number and talk on behalf of you. And let this discussion about this for Shillong Municipal Board or MSME or State Pollution Control Board stand and help for them. The decision taken today, I hope, from Synod College can forward to the government for framing of a policy to help youths who want to get involved with waste management. So in that, I feel if an initiative is taken from Synod College that giving a suggestion that the government can frame such policies with Shillong Municipal Board and Pollution Control Board be a part of it for promoting students or for promoting any individuals for setting up their own waste management agency, I think it will be very helpful. Does anybody anymore have any question?
Sir,
yes, sir.
thank you very much. I think you have given a very nice feedback to us about the pollution control board as well as the municipality that they do these matters which are just asked. So that is very much. But I feel that this State Pollution Control Board has got its jurisdiction not only in Shillong, I think the whole of the state, isn't it, sir? So I want to ask something about the rural areas. I just want to know what is the role of the State Pollution Board, because I have been to some villages. I am not going to name the villages in Dante Hills. I have stayed there a few days. I find that it was during the month of March, April. Around 3 to 4 in the evening, you cannot remain outside. You have to be indoors because of the quality of pollution is very high. And then in some other places also I found that the pollution level of, about water pollution, I think the pH there must be around 2 or 3, because people cannot drink that water, they cannot even take bath. So whether State Pollution Control Board has got anything to do with this, that is what my questions are. Thank you.
What I can understand is, I think you're referring to coal belt areas. If I'm not mistaken, if you see if the pH of water is being very low. As we all know that the coal that is mined here in Meghalaya, they have a high sulfur content of more than 4%. So that is why it's creating these acidic condition. So this is a problem that is being faced right now for the people, especially in coal mining areas, especially in East Dante Hills district, whereby the mined coal has greatly affected the water quality of the area. Even though after the ban by the NGT, there's still certain places where the pH of the water is still very low. We are trying, there is a committee set up also, which is being monitored by the government. It's called the Oversight Committee, whereby we are trying to find ways and means how to clean the acidic rivers here in Meghalaya, which is something of a very problem, because I'll tell you, this is very unique. Not all places experience such kind of a problem where the water is acidic. In Spain also they're trying to find how to clean such water. In America also there's certain places where the water is acidic. So we are trying to find technology how to clean these rivers, and I do hope in the near future, sir, that we will get a solution how to clean the rivers in Gentiles. And with regard to pollution, let me know, sir, specifically the place, so that this is not whereby if there are in any industries operating nearby, we can take action against it. So I'll tell you some. The cement plant areas right now, it's in Lumshnong area. We are trying our best to control the pollution in that area. We have installed various online monitors also, whereby we can view the amount of emission that is being emitted from there. However, the main problem is, what happens is sometimes there are these cement plants that have their own thermal power plants. What happens is when their electrostatic precipitates from the thermal power plants, they trip, or they have or restarts their thermal power plant. The ESP, what we call is the electrostatic precipitators, it takes hours to recharge back for them for the purification system to work efficiently. In the meanwhile, you'll see a lot of black smoke coming out from the chimney. That is something beyond our control, because it's a machine and it takes time to charge, and once it's charged, it brings down the level of pollution again. It brings down. So this is the problem that is normally being faced by cement plants having their own thermal power plants, and there are certain cement plants also that have their back filters damaged, and in that period also, if we do find such cement plants that their filters are damaged, a closure notice is issued against them. So as you know that our office, we sit from Shillong. We don't have any other office in Meghalaya except in Shillong. So the time that information is given to us, that particular industry would have rectified that problem. So it becomes very difficult. But we are trying our best, sir, to establish regional office in various parts of Meghalaya. In Tura, in Gentiles also, we are exploring the possibility of having our own office. So hopefully when our office comes up, proper monitoring and inspection also can happen in these places where industries are located.
Just one point, sir. My understanding is that whenever there is any setting up of any plant, isn't it not true that the Pollution Control Board has to give a certificate? And in this certificate means they have to take care about the safety measures they have taken. Say, for example, as we said about this generation plant, as well even in the cement plant. What my understanding is that they have got a mechanism there so that whatever is released into atmosphere, it should be safe. That is there inbuilt in their system. So whether that thing is not taken care of, that is my only question.
So this, with regard to cement plants, stringent standards have been imposed against them. Because we had done a study also. For them, the amount of dust that being emit from the chimney, okay, it's also a loss to them, because that is that dust also can be used for cement production. But what happened is, there are cement plants that when their back filters or their pollution control device gets damaged, so that dust gets released, and that is the problem. Like I told you, sir, by the time information is given to us, it becomes very difficult. Like, that period of time, they would have got it rectified. And I'll tell you, sir, that the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board in 2010 was the first board in India to change the standards of thermal power plants. In 2010, that time, the standards for thermal power plants was 500 milligrams per nanometer cube. That is the standard imposed against them. What we did was we brought it down to 50. There was a hue and cry at that time. We brought it down from 500 to 50. And after that, in 2014, it changed to 50 for all cement plant. Then after that, in 2017, it changed to 30. So this is, we are trying our best and we always rely on the public to be our eyes and ears. So I request every one of you also for this waste management, for pollution of the city, for anything regarding protection of the environment, we request you to be our eyes and ears, because we cannot be at all places at all times. You can be our eyes and ears. You have your mobile phones, you can click pictures, you can upload it, let it become viral, we'll take care of it. And there is an app also that is being promoted by the government. It's called Citizens Eyes. It will be launched shortly, whereby this app, whereby you find anybody polluting or dumping or smoke coming out from the vehicles or water leaking anywhere, just click a picture, upload it. That app will send it to the concerned department to look into it and to take action if required. So this Citizen Eyes will be launched shortly by the government of Meghalaya, and I hope you take this initiative to download that app so that it be very useful for us and you be our eyes and ears. Once again, I take this opportunity to thank you, each one of you, for listening and being a part of this program, and I hope that you will be the change and you dare to dream to make our state a clean state, and so that, you know, like B Chyne said, it is a clean city actually, so we make it more clean for our children and our future generations. Thank you and God bless you.
So when it comes to supporting like waste entrepreneurs or waste recovery entrepreneurs, although it's not specific, we don't have a specific schemes and all for that, but we do support innovative and enterprising waste entrepreneurs. Currently, sir, we are supporting 2 NGOs. One is Syiem self-help group, which is operating a waste recovery center at Martin. We are supporting another group called Project Green Surroundings, which is collecting recyclables from certain areas of the city. Then they had some organic garden somewhere, and then they collect these recyclables and also like generate employment for the youth. And we are currently discussing with another like waste entrepreneur from Riboy, who is converting all these plastic waste into useful, small useful household items, making small items from these plastic waste. So we are currently in discussion with him. Probably we are supporting him also. We'll be supporting him also. So, like even from among the students of this college, also those who are about to graduate and all, probably like, you know, if they have innovative ideas, enterprising ideas to recover value out of waste, we'll surely support them, sir. We have schemes like NULM, then we have the Swachh Bharat mission for capacity building and all. We will surely support.
Anybody is interested here?
Yes. Yeah.
Who is there? Okay, decide your mind and later on you come.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Khan. Yes, thank you very much, Sir Syiem, for enlightening us like the action taken by the Shillong State Pollution Control Board, highlighting us about all those preventive measures, the cleaning drive and the others initiative, and the challenge that you pose on us, each and every one of us, that yes, it is we that who illegally or unscientifically dumping our waste and all. Thank you once again, the Office of Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board, for your enormous job that you have been doing, initiative in trying to make our city clean. I will go to the last presentation this evening, resource person. We have with us Shri Upmong Pachinag. Sir is a headman of Moolamylliang Village there in East Jente Hills. I requested Sir to share his insight here.
cha inga bangan kren daga keten kensi kendiat namar ngade nanang kendong tengam danang ban kren harang ban explain ngam danang dengan persangkat bangala ban pensiau tu hiru haga keten harang kelong ke ha ki ar hajar lai ha bangerung ha pok ke college ngalong kum student but how usnem ar pulai ban longpat urusus perset hakene ke college kede ke ban jeng hakmat kinong hikai ki ba aye ke jingdang start yele de but ban aye ke ni ke jing tip le ni ke jing hikai sepiki pra student ni ki prakna school ki badan lang hakene ke college ke jonge ngasio bang adap ke jikman ke bakrau bang ayo banjeng hakene ke janwet hakene ke college ke jonga bat ke jongpi. Good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, our principal, teacher and my co-research person and the student who present here today. And I would like to thank Sir SK Ghosh. I know him from 2020 from in WhatsApp mobile phone. But now in our college I know you face to face. I would like to thank you so much, sir, because on this WhatsApp every time we used to discuss about the waste management. But yesterday also when you reach to at Umroy, you send me a photo that you will come to Synod College. I would like to thank you, sir, for this information me for this you coming to Synod College. But I ask you, we will meet in Synod College. You are sure, sir. I thank you, sir, for this also. I would like to thank at the very outset of my college to keep this. At the very outset, I would like to thank my beloved college for giving me this opportunity and for always remember me. As we know, the theme of this seminar is about the waste management and circular economy, and I'm so happy of it to share with you all what we are participating in my village, Moolamylliang Village, which is located in eastern Tia Hill District. But the distance of our village is 115 kilometers from Shillong. It's not near, but it's so far to reach from our village to our college. But I am not a man who expert in this management, waste management, but I'm not a man who is very experienced on this waste management, but a man, just a simple man, to teach or to share with you what we have practiced in our village. Well, in the last few years, as the Dorbar Shillong has decided to take a bold step with request to waste management in our village. Ban to use of single plastic. We have seen the plastic is a type of waste which is very difficult to recycle and clean, and on the other hand, it makes the surrounding look very bad. But our Dorbar Shillong, since 2019, when I become as a headman of our Dorbar Shillong, we decide to take this single ban of plastic. It's not easy to teach our people in a rural area because they are uneducated, because they do not appreciate with us to take this ban of single plastic. With the help of our secretary village water sanitation committee, help of Chairman VDP and the advisor and many members of our ISIN member take this part to ban this single plastic. But I'm very happy to share with you today, as you see in this my presentation. I'm very happy to tell you today, our village operate or cooperate with the Dorba Shillong to ban a single plastic. With the shopkeeper and the people of our village do not like to carry plastic to buy something from Dukan and shopkeeper. And shopkeeper also do not allow, they do not give do not give everything to the plastic, they give only a bag. I'm very happy to tell you that our village from 2019, the people try themselves to ban the plastic from the household also. When we see we have seen also the way how the betel nut is packed in our betel nut is packed in our village, from the usual plastic packet to this green leaf, which is degradable. To our surprise, this not only minimize the use of plastic, but it also minimize the expenditure of our shopkeeper, because they do not have to spend many money for buy those plastic. However, the green leaf they get free of cost from their own garden. Before 2019, the shopkeeper they sell the koi with a plastic packet, but from 2019, our team under the leadership of our secretary Headman and EC, they decide to ban this plastic koi, but they ask the shopkeeper and the people to sell this betel nut in a leaf of banana and other leaf. This leaf is not make the people to ban the plastic, but also the shopkeeper they do not have to spend money to buy the plastic, but they get this banana leaf and other leaf from their own garden, because we are from the rural area. Domestic waste. Way back a few years ago, we asked the village do not have a proper way of disposing our domestic waste, and this has led a lot of disturbance to our eyes as the elder of the village. When we see waste are dispersed here and there, so we have decided to take an action with respect to a domestic waste also. We have decided to segregate our waste right from the household level, where waste like food, vegetable and all kitchen waste were placed in one bin and are used as animal feed, and waste like grass, leaf and trees we have placed in a particular bin in each garden, and we turn them into manure. For the remaining part of the waste, which is not biodegradable or nor useful, we have a pick-up truck which used to collect them weekly and throw them in the left our coal hole, which is located near our village, which is the same at the same try to level them up so that it will not be treated to us. Before 2019, we see our village they threw this waste like cabbage, food, fruit, they threw everywhere if they can. But the Dorba Shillong decide as they can, but they didn't have, because our village is very poor, didn't have money to buy them this borti. well, the Borti, but they asked them to put in a Borti, them to put them in a Borti and to take this. Our people also decide that our household to make this plastic, this waste. And the remaining waste like that we cannot use, we have a truck that we have to pay 5,000 1 month. But this money we have to collect from the household around 100 each household every month. But from that money, because we have 115 household in our village, but from that money we collect every month, we used to pay this vehicle 5,000 per month. Because we didn't have our own vehicle, we have to pay to the own pick up for 5,000 each month, every month. But this waste we threw it the coal mine, because you know our Eastern Hill District is one of the many coal mine. But that whole of coal mine is around 150 feet deep. That coal mine is 150 feet deep. But the waste that we cannot sell, the waste we cannot give to the animal, they threw it in that coal mine. Because that coal mine, we want that coal mine to level, because that coal mine is near our village. It's very harmful to the children and to the people and to the animal who reach there and who want to go there. That's why our Dorbar Snong and the leader want to be fill out that coal mine, because they want to level it. This is the photo of that coal mine that we have thrown through this waste who we cannot use. Waste scrap. That we shall sell all the waste scrap such as bottle, metal, restored rod, steel, extra to scrap dealer which is near by our village. Since from 2019, 2020, 2021, our people from household that bottle, rod, steel, they put in their household, but we ask this luha, they ask tinjot nang tiarjot from Shillong with tiarjot. Our Darbar Snong asked one of that tiarjot to come in our village to buy that waste scrap. We do not allow so many tiarjot, because the people of our village maybe they are afraid. Some of the tiarjot what they do. They ask only one of tiarjot from our village. So this year we also Dorbar Snong was also decide to make a waste segregation center for our village in one place in general, and the work has complete, and we are just looking for the worker as for now. Our Dorbar Snong have spent around 6 lakh to make this sacred house, because we want all this waste management to come on that center that we already take out with a deputy commissioner, to that all the plastic that we have put there, that the deputy commissioner will send to the Amrit cement for this plastic. That Amrit cement will take that plastic from that central secret of our village. But this waste segregation, in this month we already advertise the application one of the person that the Dorbar Snong will pay to him around 5,000 per month for separate this waste management. But other Dorbar Snong have decided to pay for him or her who want to be secret this management who come from our household. Cleaning drive. From 2018, our Dorbar Snong have decided to take 2 or 3 hours in a week on Saturday to make our surrounding, our village to clean. Every Saturday, 2 hours from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, our people from each household, they take part to clean our village. But our village also have so many sapling trees from the roadside of our village. The people also used to clean that trees from the roadside. Because our village take part every year to plant the trees around 1,000 sapling in a year. But that project from 2020, sapling of trees, we get a sponsor, a project from the basin development that we call CLAM from East India. But our Dorbar Snong and the committee and the sport club and the children, they used to plant trees every year, 1,000 sapling in a year. But now, if we calculate these trees, both of the roadside and the remaining part of our village, at the place where we reclaim that around 4,000 trees in our village till now. But now our village, maybe some of you already heard of our village due to a Christmas celebration. Our village every year in a Christmas from 2019 that we use the decoration a Christmas around 50,000 or 30,000 people visit in our village every year to celebrate a Christmas in our village. From my side, this year also will decoration this Christmas. I request the student, the teacher, and all of you who present here, please visit our village in this Christmas decoration also. But if you have time, not in Christmas, you can visit in our village in the summer time also, because another beautiful you will get, because so many flower, many trees, and many place you can sit and take rest in our village. Our principal and some of the teachers had visited our village in this year, last year. From my side, I request you also please visit. But the problem we have today for the use to secret this waste management is that we don't have money too much of our village to spend for facilities like Borti and to pay that. But we try our best to get fund from by faith and from we do the average program. We do what we do. We collect the fund from that. We used to arrange lucky draw also to sell to the people near our village to collect fund to manage our village. From our side, only this I would like to thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we have stretched the time as per the schedule. Thank you very much, Upmong Pachinag. You have really set an example and give us an insight about what you have been doing as a village Headman and the whole community. How you, ban the use of single plastic and the innovative way of to use leaf, and I talk about how do we segregate the domestic waste and the waste scrap and the waste segregation center, which your initiative along with the office of the deputy commissioners, as well as cleaning drive of that you've taken or helping, doing by the village itself. We all know about this place. You watch YouTube, you'll get about this place. It's not famous only about the Christmas celebration, the lights, but also the cleanliness that it was there. And we should congratulate Amman who take this initiative along with his team, Dor Bashnong and all, to make this village a role model, a sample for others to have a clean village. Yeah, we have come to the end of this very interactive and I would say a lengthy program or lengthy session also. But before we get a vote of thanks from Dr. W. Karmaplang, I would once again request the resource person, the keynote speaker of today's program, as SK Ghosh, principal of the college, Dr. M Lyngdoh, as well as the vice principal of the college, Dr. M Rani. We kindly come to the dais where we handed over a check to the college and school who participate in this program. And this is the initiative of ISWMAW. So I would request Sir Principal along with Sir Ghosh to kindly do the honor. After that, I will also call from now on. After which I'll directly, Dr. W. Karmaplang, she will propose a vote of thanks.
As a small initiative to the colleges and schools who have participated in the solid waste management from the International Society Waste Management Air and Water, we have a small amount of money, which is a seed money where you can carry on this project. So may I now request the principal of Synod College, Nongstein, principal of Mairang Presbyterian Synod College, principal of Sharon Memorial School, and principal of Nongra Presbyterian School to kindly come to the dais, and I'll request Sir Professor SK Ghosh to do the honor.
Synod College, Nonstein. I'm very happy yesterday in inaugurating their facility online from Mairang College. I wish that this college will establish a very strong waste management and segregation project and give awareness to the college students, teachers, as well as the surrounding people. So I am handing over this check to her on behalf of the International Society of Waste Management, Air and Water. So let us give hand to encourage this college, please.
Sharon Memorial School.
Sharon Memorial School, Shillong, Moolamylliang Village. You know that tomorrow I will be going to the school for the inaugural program, and I requested him and Dr. Karmaplang that I will go only if there is a rally by the students, and he is making it tomorrow. He assured me that around 200 to 250 students will be there. They will be working with all of us for a better environment, for a better waste management, and for better zero waste. So in that way, I wish that they will establish a very good, strong waste management facility. They will encourage and make people aware, the students and the surrounding areas aware on waste management, so that this village, Sharon village, or what's the name? Huh? Okay, Moolamylliang Village will be a model village in Meghalaya. Thank you very much. No.
Nongra Presbyterian Secondary School.
So I want the principal staff to hand it over, but let me read. Nongra Presbyterian Secondary School, Shillong. So we are also supporting this International Society of Waste Management, Air and Water, supporting this school for establishing a waste management and segregation facility in the school, and also making the students, teachers and the surrounding people aware of the waste management, its need, and so that they implement waste management very effectively. So I am very hopeful and wish that this Nongra Presbyterian Secondary School, Shillong, principal and the team will be able to have a very strong waste management facility in their school, so that this becomes a model in Meghalaya to be followed by other schools. So I request now to hand over the check to the principal. Oh, we go to their school tomorrow for the inaugural.
Mairang Presbyterian Science College.
Look, I was very happy when I visited their college yesterday. Yesterday from the airport, I directly go to their college with the team from Synod, and it was marvelous. My experience is, it is a new experience for me that a small town, distance around 50 kilometers from Shillong, and they have a very high level of awareness on waste management, and they have already set up the waste bin, and they will be setting up more waste bins. So ISWMAW will be pleased to hand over and support the grant for this waste management facility and segregation facility, the awareness generation of the students, teachers, and also the surrounding area. So I am very happy. Yesterday, the governing body, chairman, members, principal, teachers, and nearly 200 students, 250 students were present in the inaugural program. Thank you very much, and I wish this college will also act as an agent, change agent in the society in Meghalaya. Thank you very much, sir. You want to say something?
In the first place, thank you very much, sir. We are so privileged to have sir to visit our college. Our college is in the rural area, and most probably most of you are not aware. We have a college in Mairang which started sometime in 2007. Now it is a full-fledged degree science college, and we are doing very well in the examination BSc. And this year we have started the BA course as well in conformity with the national policy on education. So we are indeed very happy, especially to have such an illustrious and distinguished professor from Jadavpur University to come to our college to see with his own eyes. Your presence yesterday, sir, as well as your inspiration, I think that really it has really immensely motivated all of the teachers and the students. And I am sure, sir, that this program will spread from Mairang Science College to other institutions as well as communities in that area. So once again, thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much to Dr. M Lyngdoh. As you are aware, our college works closely with Synod College in all academic matters as well as non-academic matters, and we are extremely happy that we could make this function to be present with the college today. Thank you very much, sir, for all your help, for all your support, and for all your guidance. And I'm sure that with your leadership from here, this seed which you have sown today by Professor Ghosh will take strong roots not only in Shillong but in the rural areas of Meghalaya. So once again, thank you very much, sir, for this, giving me this opportunity this evening. Thank you.
Okay, before we break for lunch, I'll request Dr. WM Segregation, the coordinator of the Deputy Star project of the college, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected Principal, Chairperson, good afternoon to all of you present here today. At first, I would like to thank God for being with us throughout this seminar, right from the start of the preparation of this seminar. It is a privilege to be able to stand here on this occasion and to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing committee members. I would like first to thank Dr. K. Buam, Head of the Department History and Convener of Discipline and Cleanliness Committee Cell, for sharing this session. Thank you, sir. I would like to express my sincere thanks to our Principal, Dr. M Lyngdoh, for his advice, guidance, support, valuable suggestion that he rendered to us from time to time. And I would like to inform here that it is under his leadership, under Sir leadership, that we have taken this project, and we are what we are today. It is because guidance and leadership. Thank you so much, sir. And I would also like to place my sincere thanks to the Vice Principal, Dr. M. Rani, and Dr. G. Lyngdoh, Coordinator IQAC, for their kind support and encouragement that they have rendered to us from time to time. Thank you, sir, and thank you, madam. And I would also like to extend my gratitude to all the resource persons, Shri F. B Chyne, Executive Engineer and Expert on Waste Management, Shillong Municipal Board, Shri Sandru Syiem, Environmental Engineer from Meghalaya Pollution Control Board, and Shri Upmong Pachinag, Headman, Moolamylliang Village, East Giant Hills, for sparing their valuable time and for sharing their knowledge with us in this seminar. And I would like to thank them for the sharing of the knowledge about the different ways how to manage our waste better and the proper way to dispose our waste. Thank you to all of you, sir. And thank you also, sir, for especially for accepting our invitation and are willing to come and participate in this seminar. And here I would like to acknowledge my sincere thanks to Shri P.K. Boro, CEO of the Shillong Municipal Board, for sparing his valuable time to be here with us in this seminar. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to all the principals from different institutions present here. That is Principal of Mairang Presbyterian Science College, Shri R. Thank you. Dr. E.P. Nongstein, Principal of Synod College, Nongstein. Simiti B.T. Jirwa, Principal of Nongra Presbyterian Secondary School. Shri A.D. Milim, Principal of Sharon Memorial HS Secondary School, Moolamylliang, for your kind presence and sparing your precious time to be here with us today. Thank you, sir and madam. I would like to thank them for their kind interest they have shown towards a proposal of collaboration work in this waste management project and the initiative that they have taken to start this important project on waste management and segregation at source at their institution. Thank you, sir and madam. I would also like to thank and acknowledge the presence of all the officials present here from Shillong Municipal Board, Meghalaya Pollution Control Board, Moolamylliang East Giant Hills, Headman, of Jayao, Lumdingri and Mokhar, and teachers from different colleges and schools for sparing their valuable time. Your participation in this seminar have made this seminar a success. Thank you all. My thank goes to all the official and media, press and prints for your kind presence and the media coverage, as we will be having also the press conference after some time. So I would like to thank them here. Thank you all. I would also like to express my thanks to all the office staff and all members involved in the seminar. Your kind help and contribution have not gone unnoticed. Thank you each and everyone for your kind help. The most important one in today's, without and whom we will not be having this seminar or project work on waste management, is that the presence of Honorable Professor Sadhan K Ghosh, President of ISWMAW, that is International Society Waste Management Air and Water, Chairman of the 13th ICON SWM and CE 2023, and Chief Coordinator of Sustainable Development SD and REM from Jadavpur University, Calcutta, who are with us here. Thank you so much, sir, for your esteemed kind presence and sparing your valuable time to come all the way from Calcutta to be here with us during this 3 days program and seminar. Thank you so much, sir. We do acknowledge and express a gratitude to you, sir, for your guidance and mentorship, help and support during the project that we have undertaken, that you have rendered to us. Thank you, sir. A wide round of applause and thanks to all the participants who have made this event a memorable one. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all our dear students who are present here, and without their presence, this event will not have been a successful one. Thank you all. So I just would like to share this, that is, learning is always a good opportunity to help us grow. Though through the seminar, I hope it has given us a chance to boost our knowledge, and in the one of the most important topic, and which is a need at the present time and age, is how to better manage our waste. Proper waste management and circular economy is one of the most important aspects to help us to achieve sustainable development in the future. So I would like to call each one of us to let us work together, working hand in hand, to make our state, our Meghalaya state, clean and green. Finally, I would like to thank each and everyone present here, and also to thank you to each and every one member, especially for those I have not been able to mention their name. But your kind support and hard work that you have put is highly acknowledged, and appreciation to each one of you, without which this seminar will not have been a grand success. So thank you, each one of you. God bless. Thank you. So there is a short announcement. So all the dignitaries, the principal, vice principal, Professor S.K. Ghosh, then all the principal of the school, then the officials from the Shillong Municipal Board and from Juwai Municipal Board and the Meghalaya Pollution Control Board, and also Sir Shri P.K. Boro, who is the CEO. I would like to request that there will be a lunch cum meeting, which we have arranged in room or hall 107, while for the other teachers and the students have been arranged in room 112. So thank you all.